This morning, women, men and children from across Belize joined in on the 20,000 strong empowerment rally, which is one of the activities in celebration of Women's Month. The rally was put together by the Office of the Special Envoy for Women and Children and the National Women's Commission. The objective is to bring awareness of gender parity as well as the fight against domestic abuse of women. Love News spoke to Special Envoy Kim Simple-Sparrow.
Well, I feel great. I think our women and men came out to show support for women and to march in solidarity with us. 20,000 strong is a movement, and it is a movement. It is a movement for us to continue to support each other, to continue to uplift each other. It is really a time for us women and men to get together and support each other instead of tearing us down. I think the time is now. We started 2 years ago. We've done a number of initiatives. We still have a long way to go, and hopefully we just have to continue our fight, continue our struggle.
Simple-Sparrow spoke about the theme for this year's celebration, which focuses on parity and some of the difficulties faced by women.
The theme is parity, equality, and that's what we're looking for. Parity, nothing less, nothing more. I mean, us fighting for equal rights takes nothing away, absolutely nothing away from the rights of men or the rights that men have. So we know that still today we are at a disadvantage. We get paid less. We have more girls graduating from tertiary level, but yet it's not reflected in the leadership level. I mean, there's so many different examples that I can give, and really we as women need to start standing together.
While the month focuses on women, Simple-Sparrow says it is important that men be involved in uplifting women.
There are simple things. I believe that everything starts from the home. In influencing a male starts from the home, from your sons. How you allow your sons to treat their little sister or bigger sister. How you allow them to talk to each other. It's the simple things. Do you allow your boys to wash dishes, to help with washing the clothing? You should. Why? Because we're equal. We're equal, and so you're teaching them from a very young age that you can do anything that a girl can do, and a girl can do anything that a boy can do. And so those are the little things that start from home. Yes, there are initiatives, there are policies that we need to push and that we are pushing, but I am urging families, especially families with children, treat your boys and girls the same. Give them the same responsibilities.
Chief Executive Officer of Human Development Judith Alpuche spoke about the reason for having the number 20,000 and its significance.
20,000 strong is a movement that started in 2014. So it's not only about the march. We started in 2014 with a march to kick off, but there have been so many other activities. So what we're proposing or projecting is that within the context of this entire movement that spans over now it's been going on for 2 years, that we will touch at least 20,000 women, mobilize at least 20,000 Belizean women in some way or the other. Those who participated in the march in 2014, we had a display of Women's First, a photographic display looking at women who were first in their areas, women who have achieved within their context. We also had several women's empowerment seminars, focus groups, etc. And now we're having this renewal of the commitment through this march. So it's not that we're saying that we will mobilize 20,000 women for the march. It's during the course of the movement that we would have touched at least 20,000.
The month continues with activities celebrating women. Recently, we've seen in the news a number of domestic violence reports ending in fatalities. One of the most recent cases was that of Alida Katsim, who allegedly stabbed her husband Romel Katsim to death. Neighbors spoke of the couple always fighting in their home, and in this case, Alida Katsim is now claiming self-defense. With the celebration of Women's Month comes the fight against domestic abuse. The media spoke to Chief Education Executive Officer in the Ministry of Human Development, Judith Alpuche, who spoke about domestic violence and Katsim's case.
I think we have to understand the dynamics of domestic violence, that when people are victims, men or women are victims of domestic violence, but particularly women, there is this condition called battered women syndrome, where you actually have this sense of helplessness, where you believe that it's either me or my aggressor, it's either me or my abuser, and you find that you feel like you have no choice, and you really believe that psychologically. And we have seen that in cases that have gone before, at least 2 cases, where there has been that the abuser was actually killed within the context of domestic violence, that has been used for mitigation purposes. So I don't know the facts of this particular case, but it is sensitive because of that dimension, and because the lady is outrightly saying that this is self-defense. So, when you factor all that in, so, really, it has, all those factors have to be weighed.
Alida Katsim is accused of stabbing her husband to death in San Pedro Ambergris on March 6.